Mayor Johnson, we see in LA how an incompetent mayor can burn a city to the ground. A lot of Chicagoans are telling me that they fear that you're burning Chicago to the ground financially, and the S&P downgrade is proof of that. You say that you're surrounded by the greatest financial minds in the country, yet your vice mayor, who's standing right next to you, Alderman Burnett, is a convicted bank robber.
Before we continue, just so we're all on the same page, this guy right here is Alderman Burnett, and he served 2 years in prison for his role in a bank robbery in 1981. And in case you didn't hear, the city just suffered a credit downgrade. Let's keep going, because this is about to get good.
To add insult to injury.
Sir, I need you to ask your question, please.
Yeah, I will. I know you don't like my questions,
No,
but
it's not
to
that I
answer
don't
your
like your question. Just ask the question, and let's try to avoid
Right.
being insensitive as well as
I think
dismissive.
bank robbery is insensitive, but
Okay,
that's
ask your question.
That's a
All right.
difference of opinion, perhaps. Your wife, for example, to add insult to injury, spent 80,000 taxpayer dollars remodeling a, quote, First Lady office. She sits on a $5,000 First Lady chair, yet no one that I've interviewed so far has any idea what she's doing. Yeah. The question, before you cut my mic apparently, is what have you learned, if anything, from Los Angeles Mayor Bass's incompetence?
You know, as we work to bring the city of Chicago together and our country together, it's important that we stand in support of the families that have experienced loss in Los Angeles, the horrific terrorist attack that happened in New Orleans. Our thoughts and our prayers and our efforts have to be to ensure that as a nation that we come together and that we don't use these moments of tragedy to further invoke divide.
You said that you're sending Alderman Burnett on a city travel mission. Can I ask what that mission is, where it is, how much it's going to cost the people of Chicago, and what is the presumed benefit of this travel mission?
Yeah, the mission is to build a better, stronger, safer Chicago and to invest in people.
But where is Alderman Burnett going? And yeah, well, I'm just wondering, I mean, can we know where he's going and how much this is costing Chicagoans? We're not allowed to know?
So speaking of reparations and other Holocaust,